Let's talk about calorie tracking and your thyroid disorder. Hi, my name is Sheba and I'm here to talk to you about your thyroid health. Now, I understand before I even get into this video that talking about calories, body composition, body weight, etc. can be a sensitive subject for a lot of people. If that is something that applies to you, please do not watch this video. I have tons of videos on YouTube and TikTok where I talk about thyroid health, vitamins, minerals, foods, etc. that you can also watch, and you can come back to this if or when you are ready. Additionally, I also want to mention that in showing my own body composition shots and photos, I am not by any means condoning any specific type of body. I am not celebrating one type over the other. I am just very honest in sharing my journey with you guys in both my own personal health and dealings in hypothyroidism, but also I do try and share, just research-based information on my channel as well, okay? Let's get started. Now, should you track calories? That is completely up to you. We all have a total daily requirement of calories that we need for our body to function. Our body actually metabolizes food and burns calories even when it is at rest. So that means we all have a basal metabolic rate, or a BMR. Now, it's really important that we try and consume calories within this number to help our body function better. It's actually unhealthy for us to undereat calories as much as it is unhealthy for us to overconsume calories. Obviously, the reasons for each one are different, but it is important to know that starving yourself or your body is also not ideal if you want it to function optimally. Now, if you are trying to figure out how many calories you should consume, you can Google something called a TDEE calculator, which is your total daily energy expenditure calculator. Or you can use an app like MyFitnessPal, which is what I do. Now, when you go into the website or the app, it's going to ask you a couple of questions like your age, your gender, how active you are, your height. Please make sure you are as honest as possible in answering these questions, and it will give you a number. This could be 1,000, 2,200, 1,800, whatever. Now, this number represents the number of calories you need to consume a day to maintain the body weight and size that you have at the moment, not regarding the protein, carbohydrate, or fat intake just yet. Now, let's say you are looking to change your body composition. This is where your macronutrient intake is going to become crucial. This is also where you want to adjust your C, P, or F intake in your FitnessPal app, or however it is you are choosing to track your calories. Now, when you are trying to lean out, for instance, you want to make sure your protein intake and your fat intake is relatively higher and your carb intake is relatively lower. Most of these apps will also give you a smaller number in recommending if you are trying to lose weight, and it might give you a larger number if you are trying to gain weight or bulk up. Often this number can, vary between 10 to 15% of your actual average caloric intake. So if you are trying to, again, lose fat, you also might want to maintain your body weight. Then you consume your daily calorie intake. However, you cut back on your carb intake, so maybe dial your carb intake down to 25 or 30% and make sure your protein and fat intake are higher, ensuring your protein intake is equivalent to at least 0.8 grams per pound of your body weight per day. You can go higher if you train more, if you are going to the gym, you're quite active, but if not, keep it at least 0.8 grams per pound of your body weight per day. So this can be really crucial because it helps you gauge and understand not only what are you eating throughout the day, but how much of what are you eating as well. For me, for instance, when I started tracking my calories, which was the first week of March, it is now May, I realized, firstly, I was under consuming calories on several days because I'm very active, I'm moving around, I think I'm eating enough. I didn't feel hungry at the end of the day. However, I realized I was lacking anywhere between 400 to 500 calories a day, which is quite a substantial number. Additionally, I also realized more of my calories throughout the day were coming from carbohydrates and fats, and my protein intake was quite low. So the calories that I was missing were really from protein. This is where I started incorporating more protein-based snacks throughout the day, such as Greek yogurt, protein cereal. Sometimes I have a protein bar if I'm on the go and I just don't have time to sit and eat a meal. Sometimes it's even just about drinking a protein shake. It's really about understanding what you are lacking, what you are needing, etc. It's also really, really important that you ensure your food intake is coming within the bounds of what you should eat and avoid with your thyroid disorder. Now, this could be based off of your iodine intake, which you may have been told to consume more of or avoid. This could be based off of your thyroid disorder. So if you have hypothyroidism, your food intake will be different to hyperthyroidism or Graves' disease. So please ensure you also really take the time to put that into consideration as well, and you're not just willy-nilly eating foods just to hit your macronutrient goals of the day. Please still try and ensure you are eating or avoiding the appropriate foods, so not only are you getting enough or sufficient calories throughout the day, but also you are being good and kind to your thyroid health as well as your body and a lot of the other things that are happening. This also means ensuring that you are taking the right supplements, vitamins, and minerals as well. If you need more thorough information about the supplements you should take or avoid, especially if you have hypothyroidism, if you go to the link in my bio, I have an ebook available for you that you can download. If not, if you go to my TikTok, and I'm trying to bring those videos here, I'm also trying to make little videos about little micronutrients and their benefits and how they can help, etc. So do you need to track your calories for the rest of your life? Absolutely not. I think even if you do it for a couple of weeks, I don't have a deadline set for myself. I've been doing it since March and I'm just really enjoying it, so I'm going to keep going. My goal ultimately with anything I do is to not stress myself out at all. So right now, this routine is not creating any added stress or pressure for me, so I'm happy to continue tracking my calories. I kind of enjoy it, to be honest. It feels like you're playing a little game on your phone, you know, where you're trying to hit these numbers. But if it reaches a point where it is too stressful for me and I'm not able to do it, maybe I'm traveling, I'm not going to stress myself out in that matter. But in these past few weeks, I have really gotten a better idea of what my plate looks like, what my plate needs to look like throughout the day, you know, understanding different portion sizes. So even if I go to a restaurant and I order food, I'm able to look at a piece of chicken and go, oh, this actually looks like it's about 100 grams, and I can still put it into MyFitnessPal. The good thing with MyFitnessPal is that it actually has quite a lot of popular chains and restaurants on there. So even if you go somewhere, you are possibly likely to find it on the app itself. So it's easy for you to put in the meal and make sure it's, you know, within your daily intake, etc. If it's something you want to try for a couple days to see and understand how you're eating, do that. If you don't want to do it, but you were just curious about all of this and you watch this video, that's also fine. If it's something you want to do more seriously because you want to get into a specific shape or size for a wedding or event that's coming up, you can do that too, but please ensure you do not drop your calories by large numbers, because you still want to make sure you're giving your body appropriate calories and food for it to function properly and appropriately. Already there's so much going on in your body with your thyroid disorder, so please ensure you are kind to your body and yourself. Now, these are the two photos of me which I said I would share. So this one is from March. I actually felt phenomenally happy about myself on this day. There's nothing wrong with it. I was super excited. I grabbed the camera and I took this photo. This photo here is from April 17th, which was my birthday, and I just took a photo because it was my birthday, and it just goes to show there are very slight changes in my body composition. Again, different cameras, different lighting, etc. But ultimately, I feel really proud of all the changes that I've made for my overall well-being. I'm happy to explore my health, my body even more, and obviously as I age, my goal is to be as healthy as I can. It's not necessarily to chase a body type because I don't want to have an unhealthy relationship with myself and my emotional well-being. I also don't want to create any stress for myself in being healthy. I think it's important to understand sometimes things happen, you go out with your friends, you eat a lot, certain times you may not eat as much, so there's all these life fluctuations that happen, and understand that progress is not like a linear journey, it's just a wave, and enjoy it, ride that wave, be kind to yourself. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comment or description or whatever down below. I'll be happy to answer them. You can also reach out to me on Instagram. I'm xsheebax on all social media platforms. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped you guys out, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Don't forget to think strong always. Bye.